Okay, so obviously AJ Dybantsa is a generational talent, top three consensus pick in this year's draft, with a lot of people arguing he should be the top pick. Definitely don't hate that take, but what we're going to do in this video is kind of assess some of his most recent play against Clemson, in which he dropped 28 points, 22 of which came in the second half. So, with that said, we'll just go from there. So right from the get-go, we see AJ rise up, doesn't hesitate, doesn't take any time, just decides to knock down a three from the corner. A lot of people who criticize AJ's game say, hey, like, he's strong in a lot of areas, but he's weak from three. He isn't consistent from three. I actually disagree. In watching him a lot, I feel like he has a really strong three game, which can only grow and improve as he continues to grow as a player. And I think he's making a statement here saying, look, I can knock down the three. You're going to have to challenge me anywhere on the court. So really interesting approach.
Dybantsa sets, and I thought he was going to be an NBA.
So right here, we're going to see a signature AJ shot. He's going to take his defender to the right and elevate. And the thing about AJ, I mean, there's so many things about him that are so special. But one thing that is just incredible is his ability to elevate. He's got like a 41-inch vertical, right? You can see how high up he gets up here. It's kind of like KD-esque, right? It's to a point where it's unguardable. I mean, you look at the Clemson defender, they've got their hand up and everything, but he's just so much higher. That high release, that high vertical makes it virtually unguardable, right? That is classic AJ.
Coach that chose to take the BYU with that possession.
So I love what AJ does here. I think he is at his best when he's just very aggressive. He has these really long strides, right? So he's out the three-point line, does a couple steps, Euro step-esque, and notice the Clemson defender is set, but AJ doesn't go directly into the center of his body. He kind of goes around the edge. This gives him a chance of getting the call. If he goes right into the center of the body of the Clemson defender, that's going to be called a charge every single time, right? Kind of wraps himself around, then is able to draw the contact and, shoot the shot and get the call, right? So that was a really high IQ move by AJ.
Dybantsa and one in the second.
So those who've watched a lot of AJ playing know that this is where AJ thrives, right? He's kind of at the shoulder, in the mid-range, and he's in the ISO, right? You have to feel for these teams and these defenders that have to guard him one-on-one, because when AJ gets going, he's pretty much unguardable in this kind of position, right? You're going to see he's going to start to back this defender down, kind of like a lion toying with their prey, right? And then there's going to be a defender from the top that comes in to help, right? And he's going to kind of try to bait that defender. If that defender tries to help too much, AJ's going to dish it out, right? That defender is going to come in a little bit, and then AJ is going to use his long arms to then extend the ball over the outstretched arms of both defenders and then turn into that classic fadeaway that is virtually unguardable, right? That is one of the reasons why AJ is so special, because he has this ISO move, Tracy McGrady-esque, that is just so beautiful and so difficult, if not impossible, to defend.
Dybantsa going to work on a size advantage. Shoots over Johnson and hits. Dybantsa.
Okay, so here AJ's at the top of the key, and he's going to do a spin move, and he's got such long strides that it just takes one step, and he's already in the middle of the paint, right? His defender, after having the spin move done on them, right, they're already off balance, and he's able to use that to his advantage, right, to do a pump fake. That defender bites on it, and he's just got a wide open shot in the middle of the paint where he thrives, right? Just beautiful use of both the spin move as well as the pump fake, which is an underrated aspect of AJ's game.
With 9 of his 15 here in the second half. Make it 11. Dybantsa wants a clear out.
So we saw AJ in this position before. He's in the ISO at the shoulder, right next to the key, and he loves this position. This is where he thrives. He's going to back the defender up. He's going to do a spin move and immediately turn into a fadeaway. In my opinion, this is the most unguardable move that AJ does. When he does a spin move into the fadeaway, you can't stop it. He just elevates so high, and that fadeaway, it's Kobe-esque, right? It's one reason Kobe was so good, is you just can't block that shot. The tough thing about it is such a high difficulty shot that very few players can hit it with consistency. But AJ has shown that he's able to hit this shot very regularly, and that if he can maintain that shot and develop it even further, it's going to make him such a threat in the NBA.
Little work on Foster, or on Hunter rather. The turnaround go. The little.
So AJ's going to start out at the 3 here and cross over his defender. And again, because he's got these just super long strides, one reason that just makes him so special, he's going to be able to, in a couple steps, get in the middle of the paint. And because he's so aggressive, defenders are in a really difficult position when they're guarding him because he's got these just really long strides. And because of that, they're always having to kind of move and adjust. And that allows him to initiate contact. And almost every time he's going to get the call, right? And because he's in the middle of the paint, it's an easy shot to get the and one. So love when he's aggressive, love when he does this because it almost always results in him getting to the line at minimum, if not an and one, like it did here.
Looks back. Clemson really needed that. And saved it. Ooh.
So this is going to be pretty simple for AJ here. He's going to be in transition. He's going to show that speed and explosiveness, and he's going to adjust the ball in midair, make sure that he doesn't get blocked and finish flip. Just really simple for him, but was a really key play down the stretch because the teams were pretty much locked up at this point in time.
Dybantsa! It's a middle ball screen, which worked really well.
Okay, if you love basketball, then you have to love this. AJ just takes one or two of those leaping steps, which are normal steps for him. He's just inside the free throw line. 3 Clemson defenders between him and the basket, but not an issue. He's got such length. He's going to lift the ball up, just take off, and good luck, no blocking that, and just fly all over the hoop and slam it down. So much fun to watch, and again, just another reason why he's such a special prospect. So much length there. Incredible vertical. His arms, his wingspan makes it so that you just can't block the shot. Beautiful play. Definitely one of the highlights of the game for sure.
To the drive! Oh my!
So obviously everybody talks about AJ scoring, AJ's athleticism, and understandably so. But AJ is such a complete player. You look at somebody like LeBron, for example. LeBron describes himself as a pass-first player. And in so many cases, AJ's the same way. He could score so much more and shoot so much more, but he truly is looking for the best play, which is really good for his team because he's often double-teamed, meaning there's going to be one or multiple of his teammates that's open somewhere. In this case, he gets double-teamed, and his teammate, Kadeem Mboop, is going to do classic pick and roll. AJ's got that height, that vision. He's going to be double-teamed, but see that Kadeem is rolling to the basket. He's going to just do a simple pass, and his teammate's going to finish it. Just beautiful, simple play.
Jay on Dylan Hunter. He has gone to the bench. Zach Foster back in. The shot clock.
Again, here we've got AJ. He could definitely try to take it himself, try to take a shot, maybe be a little bit selfish, knowing he's the best player on the team, but he recognizes, I've got Keba Keita down the paint, wide open. So notice he recognizes it for a second, but he doesn't pass it right away. He baits the defender to come even more, and then once the second defender has come to help to a sufficient point that Keba's completely open, then he dishes it off. Beautiful patience. Again, just looking to make the right play. Awesome facilitator in that regard. The kind of player that you want in your team because he's going to get you to win games, not just stat pad.
Down to 4. It'll be Dybantsa. Left hand pass to Cato. Back them down a few.
I love this play here. Just absolutely beautiful. Keba Keita's going to come set a screen. Classic pick and roll. And AJ just so, I mean, obviously he's so good at shooting, but he's so good at putting the ball where only his teammate can get it. So obviously the video is going to cut off, but he just puts this perfect dime right where only Keba can grab it. Defender can't get to it. And Keba, interesting stat or interesting fact, but Keba is the only person on the BYU team that has a higher vertical than AJ. I think AJ's is something like 41 inches, and I think Keba's is closer to like 42. So Keba's got a ton of, just got springs. AJ knows that if he puts it where only his guy can get it, that's just going to end up in an alley-oop, and this happened multiple times down the stretch. High percentage play, high IQ play, shows that AJ is so much more than just a shooter and scorer. He really is acts like a QB in so many regards. So overall, just super impressive game. AJ just showed us so many looks, so many ways that he can be a threat and will be an elite player, not just at this level, but at the next level. My favorite aspect of AJ is, yeah, he's got all the athleticism in the world. He can score and facilitate with the best of them. But if you noticed in this game, in the UConn game, in the second half when his team's down big, he stepped up. When the lights are the brightest, when the pressure is the biggest, AJ shines. And that's history shown that legends, the greatest players of all time, people like MJ and Kobe, not that I'm saying, that he's at that level, but those kinds of players stepped up when the lights are brightest, right? And I just love that about AJ, that AJ's not afraid of having all the pressure on him. In fact, he loves it. It's a challenge for him, and he did such a great job in this game of stepping up to the challenge. So, looking forward to making more of these videos. If you like this video, feel free to drop a like and leave a comment or anything, but thank you so much.